let's begin indeed. Hello people, Sue Jerry speaking. Welcome to TheCrazyBunch's WebShow episode number 53, and today we're doing not one but two dev topics. Excuse me. And we're going to do like one more topic that's supposed to be read from Billy during today's, yesterday's FWO episode. So let's do it now. So shall we? So we got Jim Angle. James Leslie Angle II was an American journalist and television reporter from Fox News and ABC News, okay? He was a part of Fox News analyst reporting lined up when the channel was established in 1996, okay? Wow, okay. He was born in Fort Worth, Texas in 1946. He studied political science at Texas Tech University. Graduation with a Bachelor of Arts in 1969. Wow, okay. Sorry about that. Anyway, he was then obtained a Master of Arts in Latin American Studies from the University of Texas in Austin, okay? Angle was drafted in the U.S. Army after completing college, okay? He was continuously deployed to Vietnam and Germany, okay? Where he gave tours to Berlin to Gia, how do you pronounce his name, okay? As part of the special Berlin, I can't pronounce this word, sorry. Brigade, how do you pronounce it anyway. His brigade began with Angle first work in the journalism with NPR. Wow, okay. Sorry about that. Anyway, acted as a White House correspondent for 7 years during the presidencies of Ronald Reagan and George H.W. Bush. He was also lead anchor for Marketplace radio program from 1990 to 1993. Excuse me, I misspoke, but anyway. Okay. Sorry about that. Anyway, Angle subsequently joined ABC News. Okay, sorry about that. I kept burping and have food at the same time. Anyway, coming economics on ABC's World News Tonight with Peter James, Notline and Good Morning America. While working on Notline, he was compared to excellence at the Final Journalism Award in 1994 and 95, the year I was born, okay? He was then became a political economics correspondent for CNN. Wow. While covering the 96 special campaign for Bob Dole, Angle was contacted by Brett Hume, who persuaded him to join the newly launched Fox News channel. Angle initially served as not lead coordinator to the show, special reporter Brett Hume, okay? Initially, Gregory was a substitute host for the Friday edition of the program. Wow. Giving Hume the chance to appear on the Fox News Sunday as an program as an panelist. Okay. During his tenure at Fox, Angle covered the 1996 presidential election, the impeachment of Bill Clinton 3 years later. Wow. Okay. As well as the international business made by Clinton throughout his presidency. Wow. He also reported live on the 2000 presidential election recall in Florida for Al Gore's base in Nashville, Tennessee, which again, George W. Bush won. He best out at the Mariam Smith Memorial Award by the White House Correspondents Association 2001. Makes more sense anyway. In 2003, distinguished White House coverage, okay? Angle was named chief Washington correspondent for Fox News in 2005. Wow, okay. He was eventually promoted to chief national correspondent 6 years later before retiring in 2014. Angle delivered the command address at Texas Tech, his alma mater, in December 2012. 2 years later, he was named by Texas Tech. He was led by columnists now Hatov as one of the most fair, inclusive, and form aesthetic reporters of the Washington scene. Wow. He was married to Patrice Pesky until her death from pancreatic cancer in 2021. She was director of Office of Technology Outreach in the United States Department of Energy. And first met in 2006 after the sudden death of her first husband. Wow. He was a stepfather of her 2 children, Spencer and Chris Pesky. Wow, okay. Angle died on February 9th, 2022 at his home in Arlington, Virginia, which I've been there before. Wow. I've been there once when I was in the PBS NewsHour. But anyway, he was 35 years old. The cause of death was not announced. Anyway, my last death topic has to do with Ian McDonald. He was an English instrumental musician, best known as a founding member of the progressive rock band King Crimson in 1968, as well as a hard rock band Forget in 1976. He began his music career as an army musician. Wow, okay. Where he was learned several instruments and taught himself music theory. He co-founded King Crimson and appeared in the 1969 debut album in the core of King Crimson Key. He played melodrama, keyboards, and woodwinds. In the mid-1970s, he moved to New York City, where he was co-founded Forgener. Wow, okay. Appeared on the group's first 3 albums. He later culminated with Steve Hackett, okay, and played in the King Crimson spin-off group, 21st Century Script Band. He was also a session musician, probably as a saxophonist. Wow, okay. Well, that makes more sense. Anyway, he was born as Ian McDonald Audrey Middlesex, England, on June 25th. Wow, there's another June 25th birthday. Anyway, of 1946. Okay, he grew up in a musical family. Okay, regularly listened to Breggert and found himself the guitar. Okay, his music interests ranged from classical orchestra, which is boring to me in my opinion. Sorry, to dance bands to rock. Rock is my thing anyway. At 15, he left school and began a 5-year stint in the British Army as a bandsman. Initially playing the clarinet, he later learned on piano, flute, and saxophone, found himself music theory. King Crimson. After leaving the army, McDonald moved back to London and began making music for his former frontbar becoming singer, Judy, I can't pronounce the last name. Excuse me. The last name starts with a D. Anyway, Dibby. Okay, I haven't pronounced his last name. Anyway, the pair was introduced to Robert Fripp. Okay, and Michael Glaze. I haven't pronounced his last name. Sorry. Which led to the formation of King Crimson. McDonald was the group's first lineup to record their first album in the core of the Crimson King. Okay, as a keyboard winds instrument, McDonald played the melodrama and used his artillery in the album. McDonald, the drummer Giles, departed from the performing spin-off group and released one album titled McDonald and Giles, okay, which featured an orchestra backing in the place of a melodrama and using it with King Crimson. He later reappeared with King Crimson in 1974, playing on the album Red, and intended to rejoin the band as a full member. Did not get the opportunity to, so as Fripp split the band. Wow. In 1997, the release of King Crimson 4 CD set, excuse me, I spelled, but anyway, 4 CD set, is, I haven't asked this word, sorry. See his name, excuse me, consisting of the rare live recordings in 1969 version of King Crimson, with a new interest in the early Crimson material. Out of interest, the 21st Century Crimson Band was formed in 2002, and several tours and live albums have followed. The band included former Crimson members Michael Giles, drums and possession, Peter Grouse and bass, McDonald sax, flute and keyboards, Mel Collins and alto tenor sax, flutes and keyboards, and also Kako just how to pronounce his last name. Sorry. Larry joined King Crispin on guitar and lead vocals. After the first tour, Michael Giles was replaced with another former King Crispin drummer, Ian Wallace. Wow. Flanagan, okay? McDonald moved to New York City in the mid-70s. He began as a founding member of the band Flanagan in 1976. Hoover each played guitar as well as his woodwinds and keyboards. Although Flanagan was a much more combination rock band compared to King Crispin, McDonald was still made. Excuse me, I misspoke. Anyway, I have food in my mouth. Anyway, and throat. Several combinations to the group's arrangements and productions. He left the group following the third album, Head Games, after agreements in the group leader, Mick Jones. Anyway, other work, McDonald was a session musician and played on T-Rex hit, Get On, Bang and Gone. Okay? We borrowed Mel Collins, baritone saxophone. Wow. He also appeared on Compad's album, Sentai PD's album, Sepulture's Energy. He produced Daryl Way's album, Dennis Lopez 1973, and followed Michael Charlie's have announced in 1975. In 1999, he released a solo album, Driver's Eyes. Wow. Which features John Lennon, Lou Graham, John White, and Gary Booker, okay? In 96, McDonald toured with former Genesis guitarist Steve Hackett, who has included the album The Tokyo Tapes, okay? The group includes a performance of King Crispin's recording of the Crispin King. McDonald considered saxophone and flute to the several tracks on King Julie Dybe's 2009 release, Talking with Strangers. The album saw McDonald reunited with Flip on the 2-year-minute harp song. In 2017, McDonald singer guitarist Ted Sorgorowski formed a band Honey West, okay, which released an album, Bad Old Wet World, in 2017. He died in his home New York City on February 9th, 2022, which is last Wednesday. He was 75 years old after suffering from cancer. A trailer for King Crispin documentary was released a week before his death. McDonald apologized to Crip for leaving the band in 1969. We're going to do a moment of silent reflection regarding Jim Angle and Ian McDonald right now. Thank you. Rest in peace, Jim Angle and Ian McDonald. Now, I got one more topic to read and we'll wrap up the show. Now, this one, I was originally going to show you this. It was originally been shown during my Friday show episode 355, but unfortunately did not show it to everyone. So let's talk about it anyway. It's about Arkansas fine for completion area privacy violation. Now, this is a stupid decision to make, and I'm going to read it to you now. Anyway, it's from Birmingham, Alabama, last Wednesday. Anyway, the Southeastern Conference announced today that the University of Arkansas was found in violation of breach of access to completion area policy. The defense entering the court following its men's basketball game against Auburn University on February 8th, which is last Tuesday. Arkansas was incurred a fine of $250,000. Jeez, anyway. For a third offense under the league's offense to completion to areas of policy, okay? Arkansas was last fined the violation following the football game against Texas in September. Oh my God, yeah. I felt worried. Anyway, fines levied against schools for violations of the essence of completion area policy as opposed into SEC postgraduate scholarship fund. The policy stated that access to completions areas shall be limited to processing students, athletes, coaches, official support, policy personnel, and property credential individuals at all times, okay? For the safety of participants and spectators alike, having down this word, sorry. At no time before, after, during, after a contest, shall spectators be permitted to enter the competition area. It is the responsibility of each member installation of impediment procedures to ensure that compliance with this policy, okay? I don't know why, but that's just me. Financial penalties, which was increased by action taken during the 2015 SEC spring meetings. Wow. Late Zach Pierce passed away, so it's the late AJ Perrell who passed away that same year, same month as Zach Pierce, but move on. Opposed to violations of all sports sponsored by conference. Jeez. Anyway, individual penalties range from $50,000 in the first offense to fine up to, $100,000. For the second offense, up to, as I said before, $250,000 for the third and subsequent offense. Jeez. Anyway, the policy which was adopted in 2005. Oh, God. That was something, alright. You need to fix this, Arkansas. Do something. And, before we go, we want to say Happy Valentine's Day. And, yeah. This is something we wanted to do for Valentine's Day. But it's also going to be tomorrow's going to be Super Bowl Sunday. So be look out for that. And, yeah. For which one you root for? Either Cleveland Bengals or Los Angeles Rams. Me, I'm going to choose either one. So that's just me. That was for TheCrazyBunch's web show, episode number 53. Hope you enjoy it. Stay tuned for the next one, which is going to be TheCrazyBunch's web show, episode number 54. This will be a two-part. We're going to be doing this for two more parts. Elsham, hashtag Elsham50 and hashtag Elsham Remix Palm 33, part number 2. We're going to do this for what this will be. I'm almost done with the editing for right now, just because we're going to celebrate 15 years of Esther's Club, so be look out for that, and documentary can be released, but so be look out for that, so yeah. Till next time, so Joseph, bye, peace out, baby. We can move this, guys, we soon. Till then, just out. See ya.